Hey everyone, so this is going to be a walkthrough on how to play Big Black Car by Gregory Isakov. It is a great little fingerstyle exercise to become familiar with, while also being a little bit of a challenge to sing at the same time. So I'll talk a little bit about that, but mostly just focus on the guitar. We're in standard tuning though, and capoed on the 3rd fret, which I think is the same key that he plays in on the original recording. So that's how that is, and we'll go ahead and move into the intro. So the intro and the verse are the same thing, conveniently. It's 4 chords. We're going to start off with an A minor 7, and then keeping that same position, we're going to throw a G on there. G, of course, relative to the capo. And then we're going to switch out the G for an F. I use my thumb for that. Just is a nice and easy transition, just because nothing else changes. We're not going to a full-on F. We're going to, I'm not actually sure what that chord would be called, but it's the A minor 7 with an F bass note. And then we go to a C. And there's a little bit of a quick little step note in there in between. So the bass line goes like this. And if fingerstyle is not something you're not as familiar with, or this song starts off being a decent challenge, I would suggest starting with that bass line and just getting comfortable to that rhythm. And that goes for singing it as well. If it's a tough one to sing, then focusing on being able to sing just over the bass line, I think is a great place to start. So for example, you were a phonograph, I was a kid, I sat with an ear closed, just listening. I was there when the rain tapped away down your face. You get the idea. So that's, like I said, a great place to start. As far as the notes in between, they are the same 2 notes pretty much throughout the whole part. It's going to be the G string open and the B string on the 1st fret, which, as you notice, is what we have as we go through all of those different chords. So those don't change. The order that we play them in and what we're actually playing does change a little bit, but I'll go ahead and put the tab up on the screen so that you can see what we're playing actually as we play it. So the A is really simple. It's just those same 2 notes, the G and the B string 1st fret. That's all we're doing. The G gets a little bit more complicated. We play a little bit more, and we have to do a quick transition to the F. But for the G, what we're doing is, and then when we go to the F, it's just like the A, only 2 notes. And the reason I say the transition from the G to the F is difficult is because it's pretty quick. If you want to play in a way that I think translates well into the rhythm, or with the rhythm, I should say. So the transition from the G to the F goes like this. You notice my thumb had to move pretty quick to go. So that's an area to be aware of, to practice and get familiar with. And then for the C, so we have the A minor, G, F. So for the C, we're doing we're doing 3 notes. And then we just throw in the B, which is a step down from the C as we go back to the A minor. And after the B, we hit the G string again really quick too. So I'll play that slow, and then I'll play it again fast. And again, we have the tab up on the screen so you can follow along. So the next part is a little bridge type section of the song that's repeated a couple times, and it revolves around those same bass notes, but we're gonna do A, and we're gonna include the second fret of the D string in this as well. So we're gonna go A, and then that's gonna be an E, and then up to a C, and then an A, and then G, and then A, C, A. And in between each of those, we're going to play our two notes that we talked about in the first part, which is the G string and the B string first fret, and just play them at the same time. So we're going to play... repeat that a couple times. And you notice in the tab there's a hammer-on that we haven't been doing. I just figured we'd mention that after the fact, but when you hit that E after the first A, you're gonna, instead of hitting it on the second fret, you're gonna hit it open and hammer on to the second fret. So the next part, we'll call it the chorus. It only shows up one time in the song. Choruses normally repeat. This doesn't, so maybe there's a better name for it. But it starts off with a G. I played arpeggio style, so it certainly would be well suited for strumming as well. The first G I play is going to be 3, 2, 0, 0, 0, 3. And then a C, and then back to a G, but this time I play 3, 2, 0, 0, 3, 0, and then to an A minor, and I actually throw on this high G right here, and then an E minor, too long, and then C, now, and then a regular G, A minor, and then D7. And I do play around a little bit with this high note. So arpeggio style, I'll go ahead and play through that. It might not match exactly what's in the video, but that's the great thing about arpeggioing, is you can play it how you like. So, and through the glass, the corn crows come like rain. They won't stay for too long now. This could be all that we know of loving all. And the final part is probably the simplest. It's just 4 chords repeated over again. It's going to be G, F, C, and G. And I do strum those in my video, but feel free to arpeggio if you like. But it goes like this. Through the carnival, we watch them go round and round, and all we knew of home was just a sunset and some clouds. And if you're not familiar with this technique, it's a great one to learn. it's a little bit of a percussive effect that you can add into the song. So the left hand is obviously fretting the chord, and you're throwing your right hand down while hitting the top strings with your nails or your fingers or however you want to do it, and the palm of your hand is catching, is creating that percussive sound against the bass strings. So that's a great little technique to practice. It comes in very handy in many songs. And often what I do on the upstroke is I just will brush my fingers on the strings coming back up. All again with the left hand fretting whatever chord I'm wanting to play. So and I did some hammer-ons. The F that I'm playing is more than the F that we talked about at the beginning of the video, just a little heads up. It's more of a traditional F bar chord with the E string being played open. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 3, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then a regular C, and then a G. Of home is just a sunset and some cloud. So, I hope that's helpful. That is, again, Big Black Car by Gregory Isakov.